Hello and welcome to video about SandUSD Sandbox token. A very interesting project as well. I started to look into recently. I know I'm a bit late, but probably still early in terms of generally the metaverse market. Really interesting. And what I did say in my video yesterday was that we were, in my view, doing something like a bull flag here. So you had a big pump here, obviously, like that was when Facebook announced that rebranding to Meta, and since then, similar to Mana, we've been in a bull flag. I think this is still a bull flag. We've tried to break out here today, and we're going to take a quick look at that in a minute. What we can see is that we had here our key resistance here at 320. So we've tried obviously here on the 13th to come to that level again to break out, but failed. Then we dropped again. We didn't close up there on the daily, so we closed within this descending channel on the 13th. Then yesterday we tried to break out but failed to close above the channel. Today had another attempted breakout, I think, or we stayed there and then dropped now, and I think we're just above this channel. So we're going to take a look at that in a minute, because could that mean that we go up from here? We're going to take a look at that. 20-day moving average currently, just for orientation here, the 20-day moving average is currently at 230. That will be key support should we drop down. Then we've got the 136 here is the 50-day moving average, and down here somewhere at 74 cents is the 200-day moving average. Not really relevant at the moment because it is really very far away. Now, generally looking at that as a structure here, it really makes a big impression here as a bull flag, right? So we came all the way up to 346 in that huge pump. Then we dropped actually to the 0.5 fib level at 205. That's the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. Exactly, we touched that, and since then we've been moving up. But I think we are struggling now because we are just below the 0.214 fib level, just below 285. You can see it here. That's the fib level here, above which we need to get to 346 again, to that all-time high, and also to make new all-time highs. So in terms of key support levels, we've got here the 0.382. That's the next support level, 0.382 fib level at 238. And below that, a very important one is the 0.5 fib level at $2.05. And again, between that, you've got the 20-day moving average at 230. Now, what are we doing at the moment? Let's first take a look at the indicator here, the daily RSI, not in overbought range anymore. So based on that, we would have actually a little bit of scope to move to the upside still, not overbought anymore on the daily at least. But I don't think there is much scope to move up from here, because on the weekly we are still overbought, and we're going to see that in a minute. What we can see here at the moment, and I have to go to a lower time frame, otherwise we don't see it. Here you can see that we broke out of that channel. In my view, we did break out. It looks like that at the moment. Yes, it's probably a bit subjective. Is that really a valid channel? I think it is, because we had resistance there before, and now we're exactly finding support there. So I would say, this is certainly a channel, because I wouldn't see another way of how to draw that at the moment. Could also draw it like that. Yeah, another way. Yes, there is another way, and that would be that. Might be even more likely that we haven't broken out yet, because you failed to see that move to the upside really from here. So that indicates, if we do it like that we had here a fake out. Yeah. So we didn't break out of that, where we broke out of the channel but fell back in. And then we tried another breakout here, failed, and now we're actually below the 285 level, the 0.214 fib level. To be honest, I think like that it makes more sense. And then on the shorter term time frame, it doesn't look like that we broke out. It looks like that we're struggling to break out. And from here, I would now expect a retracement maybe to the 0.382 fib level here at 238 again. Yeah, so you will have a movement probably within this channel, I think, because we have struggled to break out, and also because on the weekly we are so much overbought. I don't think we've got enough power here to break really to the upside. And if we really break out, I think we wouldn't probably get above 320, not above that previous high. And then again, because you need to cool down a little bit on the weekly. You can see how massively overbought we still are on the weekly. You probably need a couple of weeks to really cool down. But after that, I think this one here can pump again. You know, this needs to come down a little bit. It's just overbought. Overall, a really, really bullish chart. It just means we have to come down a little bit more. That is my view. You know, I could be wrong, don't have a crystal ball, but that just makes sense to me because we are so much overbought. And if you've seen other cryptos, like for example, Quant, you know, after a huge move here to the upside of 600%, which Quant did, you had to retrace weeks. And here Sand did 550% as well in a very, very short time frame. So just indicates that we have to cool down for several weeks probably. Does it necessarily mean we move down like Quant in a descending wedge? Don't know, you know, it probably not, maybe, but it will possibly be within a bull flag in some way, after which at some point then when we've cooled down enough, we will move up from here. And I expect further price increases for Sandbox. This ecosystem or this virtual reality, this metaverse is just growing. So it's actually great for everybody who missed the pump, you know, who thought about getting in and missed it. I think there will be another opportunity for you guys to go in if you're really interested in that project. And this is no financial advice, but I think we will drop once more. So potentially, as I said, 238 here, the 0.382. That's for me the most likely point because I think we struggle to break out from here. So instead of giving it another go, I think we will come down here to the fib level, and also that is where the 20-day moving average is now. So at some point you will probably get some support here. That's probably a good buying point, would be for me, you know, no financial advice, here at around 238. That's Sand. Huge potential for the near future, but in the very, very imminent future, I think we'll probably retrace a little bit more or move sideways. Unfortunately, that's not very exciting, I know, but we had an exciting move, and now we need to cool down a little bit. There will be a bit of profit taking. Some people will maybe panic, but this is really bullish what we're doing here at the moment. So hope you liked that update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.